Hello. Good morning. Right, let's play some Diablo 4. Let's go ahead and open up Hilltides over here. There. I believe if I were to do Diablo 4. Here, maybe? This work? Right. So what time is it? I'm not gonna make this one. Okay, never mind. So then we start up here and we go through. Let me just zoom in a bit. Nope. There's not a way to make this full screen, right? Do it like that. Let's go ahead and go this way instead. Let's do some quick Helltide. Unfortunately, I missed the first two-thirds because I was not paying attention. But that sucks. Okay, I think I need to turn the game down a little bit. And it's weird how open world is just so much easier than Nightmare Dungeons. I guess it's because there's many. Oh, there's many like single target bosses on here. But even the white mobs I feel like are easier. I don't know if Nightmare Dungeon monsters has like a thing on them. Alright, let's turn on the game volume. Options, sound, let's do 30 instead. There we go. So this build needs a little bit to ramp when I first start to get my corpses running. Which is easiest to do with some Blood Mist, and especially with Bone Storm. Bone Storm has really good cookie hit chance. Honestly, maybe we do game music instead of this. This is the lo-fi Diablo music that just came out. I don't know, it's not really striking the mood that I was hoping for. But yeah, this is where this build really struggles right now, is like single target. But I have some ideas to make that better. But really this requires me to drop the unique weapon. Here. Music all the way up. And then go here. So we stop that. We have SoundCloud as well if we really want, but yeah. Options, sound 240. Put effects to 40 as well. Something. Ambiance.
Greetings.
Dialogue. The dialogue can probably be 50 at this point. Or off, I guess. I don't know. Alright, so the next one is up here. Basically just gonna do as many events as possible. Hope we get 250 before it's over. We should be able to get 250 in, let's say, 15 minutes at least. Maybe a little bit less. Yeah, this build is really enjoyable, like when it's running, but it needs, right now, so, since I don't have a lot of cooldown reduction, I need a lot of enemies to proc the cooldown reduction after Crepify. Which is a bit unfortunate, but it's something to work on, which is always good. Yeah, because what we really need is we need like close to permanent uptime on Bone Storm. Like that would be ideal. But in order to do that, I need, well, first of all, Lucky Hit would help scale it as well. But yeah, Lucky Hit cooldown reduction, even though they nerf cooldown reduction, it's still like the absolute best for this build at least. My Lucky Hit chances lets me proc the cooldown reduction of Scrapify more often, as well as gives me more corpses, which we need. Let's see here. Right, that's fine. I really hope they add loot filters. Right, so we're gonna do this event, but I don't know if we can actually kill the boss that comes out of it. Like, obviously, we're under leveled by what, 13 levels. But yeah, again, single target really is where this build struggles in so many ways. Oh. Thank God there isn't a timer on it. I totally forgot about this. Yeah. I know this is a Monday morning. Most people are working right now, but for better or for worse, I am on paternity leave right now. So I can actually do Hell Tides at, what is that, 9 in the morning, 8:30 in the morning. I started. Obviously, if the baby, so the baby Elliot right now is sleeping. If he wakes up, then of course I have to go see to him. But until then, I'm gaming. Oh, Elias. Okay, that's there. We have 3 minutes. It looks doable. Need to be better at using the corpses that have spawned outside. I don't know where. Is he here? Oh, couldn't see him right there. I mean, I think we can kill him. Yeah, we can kill him, but as you can see, not my strong suit here. But, as you can see, like, as long as I have a decent amount of enemies, I'm unkillable. Like this build really just becomes unkillable with density. Which, when they increase the density in nightmare dungeons, this build is gonna be insane. Again, damage, I don't know. It's taking some time to scale, unfortunately. And I really do rely on that unique weapon, which I have yet to see. I saw it all the time. At the the preseason, but now I'm just not seeing it anymore. Annoying. The game has also slowed down a decent amount, and I suppose it's because I'm playing this build, which really needs some specific things to scale, which I've had pretty bad luck with, like the gear I found has been really bad. Obviously, I don't have all of the renown done yet. It's kind of ridiculous. I was like down to giving the second round of renown like a chance, like Blizzard really wanted it to stay, and I'm like, okay, I guess we give it another go. Maybe it's not gonna be so bad to get to the max, and I will admit it has definitely been better. But overall, like, it takes me about an hour, I guess, to get from barely rank 5 to fully rank 5. You know, being rank 4 and then filling out rank 5. Oh man. When the build does that, just gathers up all the mobs, especially in the open world, it's just so satisfying. Like, it's crazy. Let's see if we can get this goblin. Again, single target, not my strength, and also like moving targets. Also not my strength. Hopefully I can grab him. Nope. Oh, I hear a baby. Maybe waking up, maybe just adjusting. God damn, man. Like, I have to get lucky to get a grip on it. Here we go. Okay. Now we got it. So now it's kind of stunned and is locked in, you know. But until that happens, and normally that happens a bit earlier in the chase, but right there, that was some bad luck. We can try to do these, but they probably won't run here. No. Okay, yeah. So any single target mobs is pretty hard for me, and single target mobs that move is like my bane. That is, I cannot do it. Because they move out of my main damaging ability, which is Corpse Explosion, like the god version anyway. And Blight for that matter. But yeah. Okay, let's not die to that. Seems the baby has not woken up. Or maybe I'm speaking too loud. Let's try to drag these guys in here. Oh my god, that is something. Let's go. But yeah, this build is like functioning. Obviously, like Infimist was a build before, well, in preseason, but with the addition of the malignant hearts, especially the one that makes it so that every second you use a corpse spell on your bar, corpse ability on your bar. It just, obviously, it's at a DPS loss, like a DPS cost, but it just feels so good, especially when you're like running around in mist form, and you're basically doing 2 every second, because that's what with the aspect that makes it so that during Blood Mist you also use Corpse Explosion. I'm just constantly sending out dudes. And because of the Howl from the Deep, they're becoming these runny boys that runs to runs to different enemies. It really helps with like AoE clear, and it's not at a huge detriment to single target, unless there is like it's a single target fight with a lot of spread out mobs, because then it will start obviously, I don't know, cannibalizing is the right word, but it will spread out the damage that would have been better just put on the boss. But on any like just pure single target encounter, it just makes them run into them. And when they are spawned as those spirits, they do another 40% damage. So it doesn't nullify the loss from the gem, obviously, and just not having the gem would just be 40% base. But it definitely is a help to the damage. Yeah, I just really need the the weapon, the one-handed scythe unique. It makes it so that every time Corpse Explosion is cast, it casts 5 corpses. Or uses 5 corpses or whatever. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Jesus. Yeah, that was not close at all. Yeah, so we're still picking up sacreds because we are kind of in an in-between where from time to time sacred will still be an upgrade, unfortunately. It does seem to me like they've also slowed down the rate, but they've done something to gearing. Oh, there we go. We are now done with that. Let's see here actually real quick. Might have, no, 66. Next level. Okay. So we need to go, oh my god. No. That is the worst thing that could happen. Okay, so we're not gonna it's the mystery chest. Man, this fucking opened the map for a second. Oh, that is sad. Okay, so I kind of want to get. Let's see if we want to get light weaponry then. Damn. There goes the mystery chest. That is. It's ridiculous, man. Oh. All hell died. This is one of those times where the people who say that we should just have an overlay map are kind of right. I don't know what you guys think about the overlay map, whether we should have it or not. Like, I definitely don't mind not having it. There's like specific unique situations where, like this, where it's kind of annoying it's not there, but I do appreciate not having like some sort of overlay on top of my gameplay. Of course, I understand I could just not put it on, but obviously I would, right? Because it would save me from a death. I don't know. I think I would probably be down with them adding it at the expansion or something. Well, or maybe not. Maybe like the season after the expansion or something. I don't know. The thing is that it definitely takes me out of the game when I have an overlay map, and not having it for this game, for release of this game, really has, don't be heavy, don't be heavy. Okay, then we need to see. It definitely helped me, I guess, be more immersed is the word, right? But that's not really it. I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's like, it just didn't... I would just say it helped me enjoy, like, the game more, like the visuals of the game more, and appreciate it more. I think from time to time, like, you God damn. Okay, well. Okay, so what we'll do this time is we'll activate this, which almost makes me immortal. Then we'll activate this. Then I believe there shouldn't be weapon caches here, right? There now. These are down here. Oh, 3.5 minutes. Annoying. I can't believe I died there. Oh, that is ridiculous. And in fact, you know, I might have to eat my words about that overlay map. Because that, well, it also depends on how the overlay map works, right? Is it, can you zoom it all the way out to where you can see the entire zone? Or can you only see some of it? You know, stuff like that. Let's see. Okay. Oh, why did I do that? Let's see. Is there not always light weaponry? I feel like I'm getting fucked. Who's gonna open this? And then let's open. Can't do jewelry because let's kill these. And I don't know, at this point I don't know if I really care about getting there, you know? I can just use this as an excuse to get some XP. Yeah, this game, this build is really enjoyable, just based on always being immune as well, like, well, most of the time, I should say. Not having to worry about like all sorts of stupid CC and you know. And then I'm just running topazes for my defensive gems, so that any case where I'm CC'd because I don't have blood mist ready, then I'm just unkillable. Almost anyway. Obviously I've died a few times, but body armor. Not what I wanted. Oh my god, that's weaponry up there. That would have been light weaponry. Maybe, actually, oh maybe. Let's see here. Do we have anything can't use? No. Pick that up instead. Helltide is like the best way for me to remember to use flasks. Sure. Let's just do that one. Oh. Not gonna make anymore. We can do this event, get some robles. How many robles we have? Like the biggest... Well, no. The biggest hurdle is not getting the unique weapon. But the other hurdle that I've encountered here with this build has been to get the blood mist darkness aspect and the complete darkness for Bone Storm aspect. But I'm starting to get a lot of the Bone Storm ones now. So now I just need some more of these blood mist darkness ones. And to do that I have to gamble offhands. Oh, I destroyed it right as a new set spawned. No, never mind. I just couldn't see the health bar because it was immune. Let's see here. Yo, what? He just randomly died. Let's see again. I mean, I know I'm not using shields. Am I using any of this? I might use the wands, but I don't think I'll use the chest. No. Let's go back, see what we got. Man, I've been so unlucky with the health tides. Like I don't think I've gotten a single full health tide on this character because I just always, obviously, I'm busy with the baby, or I just like, you know, I don't play the game for a while. I check out the health tide page, and then I see, oh, it's gonna be health tide soon. Then I have to go do something with the baby. I come back and I forget about it, and then I sit down, play for a while, then I remember when it's up. Alright, I'm using two-handed weapons. Don't care about that. Like, my entire stash is like already full again. Ah, that's not true. Not the entire stash, but a lot of it. So I would definitely like to get some new health from below. Gloves, especially if I can get like a better roll on the unique affix. And a better roll on the lucky hit. But yeah, but those gloves are really good for this build, actually. I wasn't even considering using them, and I just found them, and I just saw that they're definitely real good. Any of these rings good? But damage to distance. Distant, not gonna do good for us. 50%. This is actually a good roll on that. I guess we save it. Yeah, I guess we save it. Not good. Shrine buff, not good. Alright. So maybe just have that one thing we save. I guess we go do some. I keep going back and forth as to whether or not I should just do nightmare dungeons and try to see. So this is all my necromancer stuff that has nothing to do with my build. This is all the necromancer stuff that has something to do with my build, like either some you know, rares that I thought at one point I might use, especially with the malignant hearts. You now want to be holding on to I want to be holding on to different colored sockets of rings. At least I thought there was talk about at some point that maybe you could change them, but there was an option to do that, but at least I haven't found that. So, but yeah, so the malignant hearts that I might use for the build, some of them aren't like the ones that I want to use in the end, but yeah, some different powers that might become relevant, or you know, I think these gloves were the gloves I used before those. I could probably get rid of those actually. Now that I see them, and then like this, the black thing, which I don't know I'll use, but yeah. And then some all-purpose stuff, right? Like the gems, powers that can be used for all classes, next that are kind of not class specific, like that. But yeah, it's not completely filled, but at the same time it kind of is, right? Like you can see the future of how those tabs are gonna get filled out fairly soon. Okay, Scott's Glen. I don't know. So I'm going on like 2-day kind of trip vacation thing tomorrow. And in theory I could in theory I could do the renown so that it's done for when I get home, and then I can just blast. But on the other hand, it's gonna take me an hour to do. Ah, fuck it, fine, let's do it. I really would like to get the unique weapon. Again, I keep talking about it, but So, okay, there's two reasons why I really want it. One, is really good for the build. Two, I don't know how good it is for the build. So, and right now, I'm kind of struggling to see how I'm going to scale damage. Obviously, Paragon points and glyphs and stuff, and there's a bunch of work to be done there for it to really shine. But right now, I'm kind of feels like I'm staling out, capping out on damage in a way that I find hard to see how I'm supposed to really scale, you know? Let's see. Yeah, I'm just not sure how the damage is going to scale. And it, obviously, more lucky hit means more corpses spawned. Right now, I'm kind of capped on the amount of corpses I am spawning. Obviously, there's not like a GCD, and I could start just casting that. Just hard casting corpse explosion. That's not, I think, I don't know. I've tried it a few times, and I feel like I just run out of corpses. The thing is, because I'm using Bone Storm as well, with the affix that consumes corpses to increase the duration, I'm running into a situation where I'm also, you know, kind of corpse starved. So it's not like, what am I saying here? At least right when I activate it, it consumes a lot of the corpses, such that I don't have them for damage. But then Bone Storm itself is damage, so that's another thing. And I'm obviously running Shadow Blight, so we're doing a lot of Shadow Blight damage. But right now, like, so many corpses here, right? And if I had that goddamn unique weapon, I wouldn't have all these corpses lying around, because they would have spawned with the corpse explosion. So it's one of those things where the more lucky hit I get, the more value that weapon is gonna get. And I believe if I have enough lucky hit to where one corpse explosion pool will spawn more than one corpse, since I will then be, you know, I'll kind of be scaling pretty heavily, because I will then do corpse explosion, which will spawn 5 corpses, or however many there is. Let's say there's 3. They will explode, and there will now be 3 pools, which will then spawn more than 2 corpses per pool, which will then, you know, again spawn 5. And then I do blood mist, and I'm continually doing another 5, so I'm doing 10 per second. Practice, I don't know what this is supposed to be. I'll just sleep bandits, okay. And I'll never be able to do more than 10 corpse explosions per second, just like I'm not able to do more than 2 per second right now. But still, 10 per second, and then like just infinity corpses from the lucky hit of the corpse explosion itself. I don't know. In my head, it's gonna scale real well, but I need that weapon to find out whether it's just gonna cannibalize itself rather than actually scale. Because what also could end up happening is just that, which it wouldn't be the end of the world, but it would suck playstyle-wise, but it might nullify the Malignant Heart, right? Where there's never more than 5 corpses, and I will be having, you know, high uptime on Blood Mist, which will use those 5 corpses every second. And then the gem actually, the only thing the gem is doing is using corpse generals. You know, I could keep that in and just remove corpse explosion from the bar. That way the gem wouldn't trigger corpse explosion. Oh, we're done. Okay. And that would be fine, I guess. Let's go do this, and then we can go hand it in. Go to the next place. But yeah, need that weapon to figure those things out. And even when I have it, it's not gonna be like super easy, simple to figure it out. Okay, I really should stop jumping down of my mount to kill this. I was just so used to doing it from hill tides. Yeah. And so the reason I'm talking about whether or not to do Renown or Nightmare Dungeons, obviously because Nightmare Dungeons has a chance to drop the unique at the end reward, which is quite the help. Yeah, let's see. Right, so now we have that. God dang it. Yeah, I think just getting those, so it's 8, yeah, 8 Paragon points, plus whatever from leveling. It's gonna make it so that I can probably reliably do Nightmare Dungeons of tier 4 and stay here, because right now doing tier 4 Nightmare Dungeons is a little bit over the 10 level XP bonus, and it's very slow. Like, again, damage of this build is not there at the moment, unfortunately. Unless I definitely need, there's one specific Wrathful Malignant heart that I need that will increase my damage to, I think it's 70% or something. But it will drain my resource. But that's fine, because Blight isn't really that great of a damage button anyway. Not that it doesn't do damage, because it does. It definitely is noticeable, but it is another ground effect for them to walk out of. But definitely is best if they can just... If we can just get rid of that. Is that another thing I can do for my single target? Is I can remove Blight as a button. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna do that when I get that hard. I'll have to do some testing. But one thing that I'm considering is putting Decrepify here instead, so that on single target, right, when I have more than 4 targets, this circle spawns and puts Decrepify on everyone, another malignant heart effect, really cool. But on single target, I obviously don't have that, so that means on single target I'm not really getting any cooldown reduction. But if I could remove Blight, because I have the Wrathful Malignant Heart that increases all my other damage, so Corpse Explosion, the Blood Mist Aura, which does decent amount of damage, and Bone Storm damage, Shadow Blight damage, that kind of stuff. Then maybe I don't have to worry about having a, as well as a Decompose actually, which does a decent amount of damage, especially when you factor in that it helps proc Shadow Blight more. Then all of a sudden I have a way on single target to just refresh my CDs, and yeah, do a lot of damage. Oh shit. That was close. So yeah, and that will let me, so one thing I want to kind of start doing is use Blood Mist less offensively, because I am using it very offensively. But yeah, stop using it so offensively, and then just having it as that, you know, oh shit button, as it, you know, obviously is as baseline, that's what it is. You get CC'd, you can use it, whatever. Right now I'm using it to engage and spawn corpses and stuff. Because maybe I'll still have to do, like, I'll still have to use it to engage, spawn the corpses to get going. But eventually then, maybe I don't have to use it a second time offensively to again spawn corpses and do corpse explosion. Kind of like this. Again, because I will be spawning a lot of corpse explosion ghosts. And that will make me tankier in a different way. Or like right now, obviously, more time I spend in Blood Mist form, you know, the tankier I am because I can't die in Blood Mist form. This is cool. But it does screw me over, especially on single target when I use it offensively twice. And then I get like a CC and I just get smacked around. Okay. Oh yeah, we also have the bubble. But that's definitely another positive about this build is that, well, I don't know if that's true, what I'm about to say, but it feels like I have a lot of opportunity to play around with what aspects to use. But I suppose the reason why I say that is just simply because I don't know what the best ones are. In a perfect world, I know exactly what aspects to use, right? And there isn't much freedom. Maybe. Or maybe there is a lot of freedom, because they're all kind of similar but has different strengths and weaknesses. I mean, the ones that aren't mandatory, which is of course the Blood Mist and the Bone Storm ones. Let's see, actually. We have the Bone Storm one, that's mandatory. This is not mandatory. Yeah, not mandatory at all. This is mandatory. This is mandatory. Yes, it is. That's not mandatory. That's mandatory. Not. I would actually say this isn't mandatory either. It's just pretty good for what we're doing. I'd say this isn't mandatory, but probably stupid not to use. And this actually isn't mandatory either. But the thing is, with the defensive ones, whether we use bubble or something else, like the damage reduction from using a basic skill, that's just a matter of preference, right? But again, if I am gonna end up removing blind and having like my main like filler button be decompose, then getting that is probably gonna be pretty good. But it's like the build, because it's so tanky naturally with Bone Storm and Blood Mist, I don't think you want to be using 3 what's it called, 3 defensive aspects. I think that's definitely overkill. But you could, if you know, if I felt like it, then I will. So obviously the plan with this build, unfortunately they nerfed nightmare dungeons, but you can still do a plus 100, like a nightmare dungeon 100, but it will be like a 70. But I am building this specifically to push nightmare dungeons. I don't think it will do very well against Lilith, but again, kind of depends on a few things. It really does depend if I can scale the damage to a point where it's good. Which might be possible again with the weapon, but the issue being that I haven't found a single one of them yet. And by the time I get to level 100, then I'll have to find like an item level 820 plus one version of it. And it's not that I think it's a super rare weapon. At least I found a couple, again, pre-season. I also did play many hours, so it's hard to say. But I will need like a good version of that weapon to at all attempt Lilith, I think. On top of a good version of like an offhand, which is the next thing. I don't know if I will be using Lidless, which is obviously the new unique for Necro. But the thing with Lidless is that offhands are just better. And I don't really need defense like I just said before. But I do need CDR, which is on offense. So it's just one of those things where I don't really know. But again, if we're lucky enough to find Lidless, then obviously we'll give it a go. Lidless with Howl from below. You know, it kind of works. I'll activate Bone Storm, I'll do Blood Mist, and so where it doesn't synergize is obviously that I'm doing Corpse Tendrils automatically pretty often. But I will be spawning some dudes which will run off and kill stuff away from me. As well as the pool that it leaves will be doing dot damage away from me. Because the way the shield works, at least the way it reads, is that for Lidless to spawn another Bone Storm somewhere, it has to you have to deal damage to enemies outside of Bone Storm's area. So there is some synergy, but it doesn't work directly with the build. Because again, the build kind of relies on stacking most things together. And the things that aren't stacked together, yeah, Lidless would help. But at least on single target, definitely on single target, Lidless would be useless. For sure. Okay, we need to go there. So we are going to finish the dungeon for the... what's it called? The Renown? Yeah, this is one of the bosses that is really bad for me. I have to just hope that I can kill it in 1 or 2 goes of this. Okay. Been defeated. Oh, that was it. Okay. That was a pretty good one to do. But yeah, there's the build definitely, while not where I want it to be right now, the way I see it scaling is pretty well. Definitely seems like it's gonna scale pretty well. But it's also, I mean, there's nothing satisfying about having a build that isn't, you know, well, I wouldn't say this isn't good at the moment, but that isn't broken until level 100, right? Like, you want to be reaching that kind of broken mode at like 70 or 80. And we're getting close to that, and I don't see us getting broken by level 70 at least. Again, depends if we get the weapon, but yeah. But it is going to help a lot to get the Argon points. These next, like, I'd say 50, maybe 100. Nah, probably just 50 Paragon points is gonna really make a huge difference. After that, not so much, actually. Maybe 50 is overshooting as well. Nah, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Getting this fresh eater, depending on how that 40% increase is, does say X. Yeah, that 4% might be really good. And obviously, again, has great synergy with the weapon. I keep mentioning that weapon, goddammit. If it could just drop from these white mobs, that'd be great. Just drop right here. I can stop talking about it, start testing it. Nope. Alright. Oh, maybe it's these white mobs over here. I'll drop it. I suppose I could start to... I should look into... No. I was thinking about doing the target farming through mob type, but... I think it's more effective to do... those 2 nightmare dungeons at like a reasonable level where I can just spam completion them. Don't know what exactly we're looking for. Search the burned farm. For what? Am I supposed to go down the cellar? I suppose we could. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Okay. I think? Yeah, okay. Like small boxes.
Now they're gone and Lorcan seemed tired this morning.
There we go. You what now? Oh, 5 good time. Sure. Another thing that's pretty cool about this build is how you can kind of stand still. Drink some coffee. The build will work for you. I did drink with my left hand. If I were to drink with my right hand, then it would be better because I could just press my buttons. There's not quite enough enemies to where it's resetting my bone storm in time. But there we go. have a feeling this is going decently fast. So we're find the druid totem. Is that it? Getting a sense that this is it. Yeah, that's it right there. I definitely like the quests that are like chain quests more than just the ones that are one-offs. It just feels a little bit faster, at least when you're just kind of running in the same area. Oh, also it does depend on the chain, because some of the quest chains give you like rep every step. Some only give you rep at the end, like at certain milestones, other than at every hand in. Oh, that's a waking baby, I think. Give it a second to see what happens. So he's just saying like a lot of different noises, and sometimes it's just him adjusting or dreaming or something. I don't want to wake him up. Like if he's still sleeping, obviously that wouldn't be good. Yeah, so now it's quiet again. Yeah, it's just adjusting. At least I think so. He might be waking up, but slowly, of course. But so far, he's quiet again. Yeah. Let's see. It's alright, I guess. I do have a couple I can hand in. Oh. So, in that regard, at least we're good. Yeah. Not sure why the pin went over there.
While you were gathering.
Okay. Oh, and then dungeon here. Wait. I really shouldn't. Well. Okay, I guess. But one thing that I should do, definitely. We can do it inside, I guess. But I have some blood ash or whatever it's called in here. Grab. There we go. Boost the amount of gold earned from vendor sales. Boost the chance of rare materials from salvage. Boost the ratio of elixirs. Boost the chance of powerful medic heart drops. Hearts drop after. I don't know. Oh, I think the baby is waking up for real now. Looking to score some food. Alright. That means I will be ending this short 1 hour stream. Obviously this will be on YouTube as well, so if you're watching this as a VOD, Awesome. Thanks this. I will be doing some more of these as the baby allows it. Hopefully we will be progressing this build to a point where it's gonna be very, very fast and fun to do Nightmare Dungeons in. And we'll probably be attempting Uber Vashan and Uber Lilith when we reach the respective levels of 80 and 100. I believe it was 80, right? Or was it 70? It might be 70 that the second Vashan is. I'll figure that out, and then we'll do that when that is time. For now, I think I want to just fill it up this way over. But this will enable my build in a way, but I don't know. Boosting the chance, I mean, I'm gonna find it or not. I don't, yeah. I don't think gold. I think gold is the way. One of these two. Because I'm gonna get more and more rare materials no matter what. Right? This will just help me. Yeah, I think that's good. Because gold, I feel like, is what you end up needing in the end anyway. Yeah. But I will catch you in the next one.